What's up, boys and girls? It's me, Nate from Everyday Gaming Society, a.k.a. EGS Productions Podcast.
Joy with Steve.
The other half of this awesome brand of mayhem and madness.
The skinny one of the two.
Oh, why did you have to bring up weight in this, you son of a bitch?
It is now time to get ready for some video game news,
Geek and tech,
movies,
pop culture, and more.
and some comic books thrown in there.
And maybe some bukkake.
I think just stick to the goddamn script that I wrote you.
I'll do whatever I want. This is my company, too. Do you like brief hopes of nerd on geek violence? Then put down the Doritos bag and pick up your controller, and welcome to the EGS Productions Podcast. I love you, whores. God damn it, Nate.
What's up, boys and girls? It's me, Nate from Everyday Games. That I join with
Steve. Hello, everybody. What's going on? Welcome to Podcast 202. And once again, we're in the lovely office, lovely state of Michigan, where the weather really does not know what the fuck it wants to do.
Nope.
And
It's the one state you can have a bipolar weather.
That is probably the only guy I know in the history of mankind that can lie every day at his job and still have it the next day. And the weather guy in Michigan has probably the best part because he can lie about anything. He can say it's supposed to snow and we get 70 degrees.
Flying penguins tomorrow.
And of course, everybody goes out and gets gasoline and everything jacks up. Yeah, you know what? Fucking dicks. But now I'm not bitching about the weatherman. I'm bitching about the actual weather. We had 70 degrees 3-4 days ago. It was beautiful.
Monday was nice.
I cut
Tuesday was
trees,
cold and wet. And then
grass,
Wednesday was nice.
walked the dog.
And then the rest of this week has been shit.
Yeah, so it's been really fucking shitty. It's been 34 on the low, which is not bad, but if you're already planting stuff like me in the garden, yeah, you're pretty much going to lose everything. So I'm going to have to play a little bit of Farming Simulator and get to the next checkpoint and find out what I have to do to pull up my crops.
I drove my tractor through your haystack last night. Boo-doo-doo-doo.
What the hell is that?
I got a big gun. I got a
okay.
big combining harvester. I'll give you the key. Doom, 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 doom. You ever heard that one?
I have. As soon as he got to that chorus, I heard it. When I first heard it, I did not notice all these sexual possible innuendos in that song,
Yes.
and then after you hear it, it's just like,
it's
whoa,
all about
hey.
farm animal rape.
Very fucking weird song. But any which way, let's talk about the podcast, and let's talk about what we're going to talk in it. So the key points I want to talk about is, of course, a little bit of Doom, because everything has to fucking do with Doom right now. In world news, I don't know what you have, but I have a...
No fan interactions?
Nope, not
We're
this
not going
week.
to talk about our weeks?
Oh, we can, but I'm just going through bulletin points.
All right, bullet point. Me. Wow me. Wow me with your awesomeness.
Well, are you going to bring up bullet points too?
Of what?
About what we're going to fucking talk about on the week's podcast.
Oh, I didn't know.
You are a fucking moron.
No.
I'm trying to plug our own shit.
Well,
and what we're
we
going
don't
to
normally
talk
do-
about.
We don't normally do
I
bullet
know,
points.
and
What the
fucking-
you caught me off guard with all
fucking
this shit.
Mr. Improv over here. Oh, I do everything
Yeah.
on cue.
This week we're going to talk about goats and how they suck.
No, I'm going to go through bulletin points and actually, tell people what we're going to talk about in the next upcoming
Apple
weeks.
in chaos. People are dying.
See, I
Weird
thought
shit.
this was a good thing to bring up and to try in the week's podcast, but Nate's just like,
No, you
go
can't-
ahead, wow me with your bulletin points.
No, you fucking caught
You
me off
fucking
guard.
dick.
So it's like, whatever. It's like, you can't just go like, oh, bulletin points, blah, 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 blah. It's like,
But see, I don't know what you're talking about this week, so I would bring up mine and you would throw in your like one or two, and then we'll get into what our weeks and all that.
hello, darkness, my old friend.
So let me get this more depression. Great.
Oh,
Jesus. We're going to hear violins.
All
All right.
Sound
Well,
of silence.
We will try the bulletin points next week, boys and girls.
Or we could do the cool Disturbed version. And I feel I cannot win.
With that, we'll try that next week. So, boys and
Well,
girls,
you can't
we
just
will.
like throw up a new segment and go like expect me to know what the hell you're talking about.
But you have to fucking go along with it.
All right, bulletin points. I'm going to be talking about some world news. and then
Oh,
we'll talk
hold
about
on.
some-
So now I have to get up my typed up list because you're just like, oh, I guess I will join you in the thing that I just
I
got
didn't
done
know what
cutting
the
you
hell
down
you're-
for 5 minutes.
I didn't know
you
what the hell
fucking
you're.
dick.
I didn't cut you down. I was like, hey,
Cut you down.
a little
Bulletin points.
A little
Wow me
warning
with your
before the
bulletins.
podcast would have been nice. You know, it's like let's bring this up and make Nate look like a dumb fuck.
No, I just figured bulletins will be fun. So, yeah, let's do bulletins this week then.
Bulletins.
Fuck it. Mine as well.
Let's see.
I'm going to be bringing up in world news a new species that was named after a Star Wars character.
Ooh, I hope it's Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, God.
Misa think I'm a cute animal. Betcha.
It's a new fucking donkey. Jar Jar Binks. We're going to talk about Doom a lot. Doom is in the news left and right. Is fucking crazy. And I wanted to bring up also something about Will Ferrell. That is a little bit
dead?
No, he's not
finally
dead.
Gone. Woohoo!
He's not dead, but we'll talk about that later on. So what are your bulletin points for the week?
I'm going to talk about some world news, and then some geek and tech, and then maybe some movies. Bulletin points.
You're a fucking dick. And this is why things don't work out.
No. I'm going to be talking about some stuff in Apple happening in
Not
the world.
just about stuff. All right,
I can't give away my
onward.
article.
Your article, your one article that you
All
did.
right, fine. Wozniak killed someone in Apple this week. And then in geek news, something about some Fireball cheese pizza. And then in the movie news, we're going to talk about some fucked up shit petitions about Netflix.
Oh, wow. I'm looking forward to hearing
Better
that one.
at now we just spoiled the entire podcast. You might as well turn it off right now because that's the best you're going to get.
Hey, people listen to those descriptions, and I'm sure they laugh at a few of them that I throw out there. I was just going to say, those are also the weeks that we do actually very decent when it comes to likes, views, and
So I should bring up more sexually charged articles.
maybe in a non-sexual, weird, offsetting way to where it's going to turn
Then
off
how
our
can-
listeners.
then
I'll
why even
use
talk-
this.
Might as well not even talking about it then. It's like sex. It happens. Moving
Sex,
on.
it happens. That's why you're here. The real moments with
We're
Stephen
all just a ball slap away from your mom's butt crack. That's
slap away.
how you were born. Think about it, that's how it happens. Hard thrusting and
thrusting.
slapping of the genitals against each other.
Jesus. Well, okay. That one's going to be a very tricky one for iTunes this week to see if they're going to do something with that.
Genital slap.
God.
That's the new catchphrase.
Google it now. No, don't. People at work listening to this. Oh, hey, let's do this on a non-secured network. No, don't.
Do it now. Now we're going back to our normal scheduled program.
That's
boys and
right.
girls.
Now it's back to normal. So it's all downhill.
I didn't know I had to fucking make bullet points. God damn.
Hey, Mr. Improv, fucking get used to it.
Improv. That was an improv. That's improv is just coming up with something on the spot, like momentarily. Like
And that's what I did. I came up with bullet
you
points.
pre-planned it. That's
No,
not.
I did not.
You just said, "Let me pull up my already typed up, pre-done bulletin points."
Those are my already typed up, pre-done articles that I talk about before the podcast, Nathaniel. I don't sit there on my cell phone and go through
Now he's gonna go with the full name thing. Whatever, Steven.
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 So anyway, let's talk about what we did the past week before we actually talk about some video game world news.
What I did was something that Jesus will never talk about, and God knows what I did.
Wait, what?
I'm just talking about my normal Saturday night.
A lot of crusty tube socks and napkins and
No.
empty bottles of lotion everywhere.
Where I
huh?
cry into my pillow and
Jesus.
fall asleep. Wonder why no one loved me.
No wonder why you were singing that song earlier. It is all about fucking depression.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
It's fucking horrible.
No, I'm not depressed this week, boys and
Okay.
girls. I'm just joking around.
Depressed this week.
I'm not depressed this week.
Just the last 201
The demons in my head
podcasts.
are sleeping right now.
Just the last 201 podcasts have been depression.
This podcast keeps them at bay. I might need some new
my
therapist.
Okay.
But what I did, I basically I did some video game stuff, and I posted a video online for Video of the Week, and spent a lot of money on my car again, and yeah, it's been a weird week.
It sounds like a weird week.
Seems like it never like all the days blended into one, and it still is.
I think that's a standard week for me, and it's been like that for a long while. Probably a couple years.
It has. I just lie to myself so I can stave off the madness.
It's Sunday. No, it's not. It's Friday. Let's drink.
It's Monday
morning.
night. It's like, fuck
Dun,
you.
dun.
It's
Yeah.
Saturday.
Oh, my God. Last week, I finished up Metro Last Light. I'm sorry. I finished up Metro 2033 Redux. And now I'm going to be doing Metro Last Light. Looking forward to it. I like the story. I love how it progressed and how the game ended. I don't want to spoil a lot of it because, of course, it's been out for fucking that long, but they just had a remaster come out not too long ago. So I want to played this game going in with high hopes, and I want to see something maybe a little bit more. What?
I hate it when people bring up stuff because my brain is like a jukebox. It's like, he's got high hopes. He's got high hopes.
Are you drinking
He's got
again?
High apple pie in the sky. Hopes and
See, people, this is what I have to fucking deal with.
Another rubber tree plant.
I'm not editing this shit out. I'm fucking tired of you. I'm tired of editing out all your singing. God damn
It's
it.
the Vicks Vapor Rub. It's making me weird. And what people don't know is I went to go grab a tissue out of Steve's tissue box. And I go like, did you jerk off in these with your hand lotion?
No.
'Cause it smelled like Ben Gay, an old man.
I know it smells like Vicks in the room because that's usually what I fucking like coat myself with 24 hours a day. But you had the box is right between us in the middle of the table. It's like right fucking there. I don't know why you couldn't smell it. And then when you lift it
I
up to
didn't
your
smell
nose,
it at all. It's like I went to go blow. It's like, what the fuck?
well, you started to breathe in a little bit, like you blow through your nose, and all of a sudden your eyes went cross when you open them. Like, what the hell is this? Witchcraft.
Hi, I don't like Vicks in my tissue paper. Angers me.
Angers me. All right, so that's what I did for most of the week as far as gaming and as far as the actual day-to-day life. So far, I am winning the battle against the mice. I am doing very well. I have downed 2 of their comrades. I don't know when the rest of the troops are going to be sent out
This weekend. We shall attack at dawn.
What the hell is that prancing in my living room? My whole floor is moving at me.
Whole floor, like you got like squirrel, like freaking horse back mounts.
What's with these squirrels? It's me and the mice. It has nothing to do with
The
squirrels.
mice are riding the squirrels, and they got little like sabers.
It's not the fucking Jungle Book in here. Nobody's gonna. It's not like Animal Kingdom is gonna
Why
come
not?
attack me in the middle of the night. A new beetle species has been named after a Star Wars character.
Why does it have to be a bug? Why can't it be like something cool, like a new like crossbreed of lion and tiger,
A lion and
call it
tiger.
the Death Star?
Call it Death Star. Fucking great. All right. Well, this new species of beetle has been discovered in New Guinea. Hopefully, I am saying that right.
Yes, New Guinea.
New Guinea. Sorry.
Just like guinea pig, but New Guinea.
New Guinea. Anyway, try to guess the Star Wars character. I'll give you
Darth Maul.
Maul.
It's all fucked up and has horns and shit. Mommy, daddy issues.
My daddy issues. He's got red paint all over.
Yep. Carries a double lightsaber.
Okay, so that was the first one.
Jabba the Hutt.
No. It's just a fat beetle.
It's like a
Boom,
slug
boom,
beetle.
boom.
Oh,
Just eats everything.
oh. That's its noise. It goes like, oh. I know that laugh.
They're amongst us. All right, one more guess.
Is it like an alien name?
I'm
or...
not giving you like the actual fucking name. It's a guess.
No,
I'm
is it a
giving you
human?
3.
Is it a human being or is it an alien? Don't want to get that.
No, I'm not fucking telling you. Come on.
Human being or alien? That's pretty simple. There's nothing to tell other than that. There's tons of characters that
Okay.
are alien or human.
This character was in the past movie.
Was it a human?
No, I'm not going to fucking tell you. Because Susan
Admiral Akbar. That's a trap. And it has like traps and shit like that. It eats people.
Trap. Big fucking
It's like a flesh-eating
alien
beetle.
Fred. No, Chewbacca. I was going to say that this one was
It's not even a furry creature. That's a terrible name for it. They could have like called it the slug monster or some shit. Or
the slug bug.
the slug bug. There we go.
I wonder if there's a beetle named slug bug. If
Yeah.
not, I'm going to
After
fucking
that
name
jackass in the car game, it's like, oh, slug bug. No,
Slug
Woody.
it. Slug bug step on it. Shit.
Yeah, whenever that
Only
happens,
one.
boys and girls, someone like does that to me, I punch him in the fucking face. So I don't care if they're driving or not.
Just start hammering your fist
It's like,
in their
oh,
face.
you don't like getting punched. So do I.
Jerk the wheel.
We have something in common.
Just hit the guardrail. Now straighten their ass out. And that's all I have for world news.
Everything we know about the suicide at Apple's headquarters this week.
Seriously?
Seriously.
So you were not kidding. You were not joking
kidding.
around. Oh my
This
god.
has been inductively a difficult week for Apple. Company shed more than $40 billion in the market capitalization on Tuesday evening. Following this first quarter of earnings report, it showed a steeper decline in Wall Street and expected both profit and share. iPhone sales have gone down as well. But the Santa Clara Sheriff's County responded to a 911 call placed by Apple's Capadero campus. I don't know, Capadero campus at approximately 8.
California, right?
Yeah, something like that. 8:35 a.m. on Wednesday. According to the brief press conference later on that morning, the Apple employee came in who said there was a person down on the campus. On responding, police have found a body of a young male who was later confirmed to be an Apple employee. His heart was stolen, and Steve Jobs is now walking back among us.
That's horrible. Too soon.
On Thursday evening, Santa Monica Clare County Coroner's Office identified the deceased male as 25-year-old Edward Magnakuk. According to the recruiters, a LinkedIn page has now been deleted from the list. And Manak was a software engineer at Apple, and the company had earlier confirmed that he was an employee. Cause of death is released on Friday morning. A written statement, Santa Monica Sheriff said that the medical institute determined that the cause of death was suicide, and it was due to a gunshot to the head.
Gunshot to the head. What do you think is happening at Apple, or something maybe in his personal life? I would have to go with maybe personal life.
They found Wozniak's secret porn stash.
The guy immediately kills himself.
No, Wozniak had to put him down. He couldn't let everyone know about his secret desires.
And his own employees. It's fucking horrible. You make Apple sound like the mafia.
Or they found out that Steve Jobs not dead. He's still in the basement locked up because Wozniak went crazy.
Yes, because I'm sure his cancer is fine. I'm sure they just...
Oh, he's now like it's a
cyborg?
He's a cyborg. He's like imprinted into all our phones. He's watching us at all times.
He's a T-1000.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's going to start killing random people. And with that being said, let's jump into something else.
Cheery news.
Cheery news. Let's jump into some video game news.
Video game news. Video game news. All right, so video game news this week, boys and girls. Kingdom Hearts is hitting the road for the first ever concert world tour. And I bring this up because, Mallory, I know I brought up a lot of poop jokes last week, and I know how much you love Kingdom Hearts. So I thought I'd bring up this article to kind of offset all the poop jokes last week.
Just wait for the poop joke this week.
Yes.
I don't know when that's going to be, but...
Kingdom Hearts franchise will embark on its first official concert tour this summer. Square Enix announced starting August, fans worldwide will have a chance to hear their favorite tracks from the popular role-playing game, living during 2 different concert series. The Kingdom Hearts concert First Breath takes place exclusively in Japan. These brass band performances will be taken in Tokyo, Aki, and Osaka through August. Tickets will be for those 3 shows will be available online. Fans outside of Japan can look forward to Kingdom Hearts World Tour that kicks off in Tokyo in March 2017. Professional orchestras will play the songs and will be going around the world. Here's some of the there is a couple of U.S. shows, but there is a lot in the Asian countries and European countries. It's going to be going in Tokyo, Paris, London, Singapore, Shanghai, and Los Angeles, and New York. So if you're a big fan of the Tokyo Hearts and you love concert, brass bands type stuff like that, orchestras, I would check it out.
This is now going to be, I don't want to say an end of an era, like how this was posted, or how this was given to me. But Fable developer Lionhead officially closed today.
Lionhead Studio finally died, huh?
Lionhead development is come to a halt. No more is going to be coming out. Unless, of course, somebody buys it. Is it an end of an era? I know that they're widely known and discussed as Fable. And, of course, Fable's very groundbreaking in the video game industry. Are we going to miss it? Yes, I believe so. Are things going to replace it? Yes, but as a milestone, I think they were a great company. I wish everybody well. Hopefully we'll find out some...
They are a milestone in their own way, but I don't think that they're like a milestone like we think of them as like a console or some kind of technology that defined the entire gaming industry. You know, I mean, they are for their niche franchise where they did RPG and stuff like that, but I don't know. I do think they do deserve like a little milestone. You know what I mean?
20 years, man.
20 years is a milestone.
Is a lot.
2 decades.
2 decades thrown in the trash, and I guess there's no potential buyers in sight. I guess it's become 11 over the years, and maybe people have just forgotten about the entire Fable thing. And then once Fable Legends was canceled, 3 weeks ago, roughly?
Yep.
Maybe that was the nail in the coffin, and they realized, hey, we need to get rid of it or file Chapter 11. Do something.
it is kind of sad to see him go, but you know what I mean, like we have seen so many companies like go belly up in the past like 5 years alone. You know what I mean? It's not granted. A lot of people that play video games don't even follow developer companies like we do. You know what I mean? Are people that are trying to cultivate or landscape the industry as it is. You know what I mean? But it's kind of sad. Like people think of this as video games. Like think of this as like you go to a grocery store and you see two different types of stovetop or stuffing. You know what I mean? One stovetop, a normal brand company, and then you see it's the same thing in video games. Stovetop was Lionhead, and then you like have the off-brand stovetop where it's like retro or indie developers and stuff like that.
We'll call them Weber.
Yeah, basically they're basically a mix between the two. I mean, they're a big name company. They've been around a long time, but they also done things where it wasn't proven, and then Fable blew up to like huge like phenomenon proportions, and then just kind of faded away again. You know what I mean? They got caught up in the whole craze type thing where people latched on, and then it's like, oh, I'm bored now, moving on.
I see franchises come and go quite a bit, and I do believe Assassin's Creed is going to be one of the franchises. But when you have an actual studio that closes down, that's a lot of good memories thrown right out the door.
Not really, because like it's thrown out the door in a sense of them. But the thing is, gamers that played those games, lived, breathed, eat, and slept those games, they'll always remember Fable.
Oh, of course.
You know what I mean? They'll always remember it, and they'll keep their old game just for nostalgia's sake, and they'll keep playing it. I know people that play the original Skyrim or Elder Scrolls games for the original Xbox and stuff like that, and they still keep their old console just so they can replay it and replay their character over and over again. It's the same thing with N64 and freaking Super Nintendo and stuff like that. People like that one guy that left his console on for the original Sega. Actually, no, it was
Super
Nintendo, and he left it on for 27 years. Like, there's diehard people out there that love games so much, or love a game or a franchise company, that will literally never get rid of it, and they'll keep it on for 27 years.
Yeah, how about video game kind of most current within the last 10 years? Halo 2.
Yeah, Halo 2. They were shutting down the multiplayer servers, and people, like, there was literally a whole group of people that they could not shut down the servers unless people were offline because of a glitch that they didn't think they'd ever have to fucking deal with, ever. But people literally kept their consoles on all the time, so they could not get rid of the Halo 2 server.
It got down to the single digits for a long while, and I do believe they finally just hit the big switch, or something must have happened because they all went down right at once. Still, it's sad regardless. A former, and I guess current Lionhead staff member, because I don't think they're officially sold until a couple of days, but any which way, on Twitter, he posted this picture, and it's a beautiful drawing that he did. A kid is holding a lion, and the lion looks like he's passed away. It's fucking sad. It's touching.
Dude,
and it's very emotional.
I just died a little inside when you said that.
So this guy, at OmenD4, goodbye, old friend, Lionhead Fable. It is fucking sad picture, but you know what? I think that sums it up quite well. And yeah, it's like goodbye. You're going to be missing that piece and that part of you every time you put in the game, because you know you're never going to get an update on it.
That just put me in like super
right?
depressed mode.
I know, it's fucking crazy. It is sad, but let's talk about something more dark, gruesome, and killing. That's right. Doom, doom, doom. It's all over the fucking internet.
That's the end game.
Well, regardless, I think it's going to be fucking amazing. People going through and actually trying to play this game, just to the point of not only the people that created this game can beat it, but that first person, how that feeling must be like, and then the realization of weight gain for 20 days of gaming and no shaving and just nothing but ramen noodles and just
whatever's handy.
Yeah, whatever is within distance, a fucking half-chewed pillow. I don't know, man. How long do you think it's going to take somebody to beat this?
I would give it a month.
A month?
A month.
Let's say 20 days.
20... Oh, you're going to be that dick on The Price is Right. It's like, oh, I'm going to give it 30 days. I'm going to take 21, Bob.
Nope.
Or 29.
No, I'm
29.50.
I'm going to do 31 days, Bob.
You're going to be that. You're going to Price is Right me, you dickhead.
Okay, I won't Price is Right you. Fuck it. I'll say 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks tops. You say a month. We should wager stuff like this. But see, boys and girls, gambling is bad.
All right, Fallout 4 mods coming to consoles in June. And PC beta out now, but there's also mods for the Fallout 4 franchise that just came out a little bit ago. They just came out with a Buzz Lightyear suit mod.
Yeah, some guy actually created that back in the PC world.
Yep.
And I'm not sure. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I'm not sure if they're putting it into actual buying production or they can market it or just get it at a vendor.
I wonder if they're actually going to have, like, functioning wings. You know what I mean?
I don't think so.
Dun, 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 dun. Buzz Lightyear to the rescue.
I don't think so.
It's a little light bulb that blinks.
I think that's a couple different lawsuits waiting to happen if they go about that route.
Oh, come on.
I love Fallout 4, though, and they keep on going through and adding more and more stuff. That's the best part about it.
So Gears of War Collection is already ready for pre-order for Gears of War 4. The game itself is going to be $60, but the Ultimate Edition, priced at $100, will grant you access to the game 4 days before everyone else. However, in case it wasn't enough, the new Collector's Edition is coming out, and it's going to be priced at $250, making it more than 4 times more expensive than the Standard Edition.
Why?
And it's going to have the character JD Phoenix on a COG bike as a statue. It's a 19-inch long and 11 inches tall statue of him on a motorcycle.
You know what, man? I wish... I mean, it looks cool. It honestly does.
If you're a diehard Gears of War fan, yes, you're going to buy this.
Oh, of course you're going to buy this, but I really wish these game developers and like when all these people would sit down and realize like what happened to the Fable developers, Lionhead, that they have one last shot. They are dwindling down. They have beaten the fucking franchise, and I'm really hoping that Assassin's Creed is going to do this. Assassin's Creed: The Seek for More Money. I want to see that title on a game. Seriously, I want to see it.
I'm so glad you brought this up.
Okay, what do you got?
Because I have a Call of Duty title right here that is so fucking stupid.
I think that is my next article that I want to bring up.
Call of Duty is coming out with a new game, and here's the title, boys and girls: Infinite Warfare. Dun 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 dun. It is the dumbest title to a Modern Warfare franchise game that has come out thus far.
This is actually a different article that I have. Call of Duty is still in the media. I don't think this is linked in any way to possibly, this is rumor, mind you, rumor alerts, to possibly remaster the Modern Warfare series.
They are remastering it. That's what this article is about.
Is this 100%?
The store has revealed that next week Call of Duty game is going to apparently going on called Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Nothing seemed to be official of the matter. As also, the new Call of Duty Infinite also linked that showcases the game's Legacy Edition. Leaked the image that revealed that November 4th, the release date for that as well. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, you can check it out below. They're also going to be doing a release of all their games remastered. According to this article, whether it is a legit article or not, I do not know.
See, I don't know either. I'm sure by the time this podcast will come out, or hopefully next week.
You heard it first on EGS Productions.
Yeah, you heard it first. I don't think they heard it first, but if they have.
That's the most fucking cop-out title ever.
Are you guys out there excited for it? Let us know, egsproductions@hotmail.com. Me, myself.
It's like they got bored and they threw darts at the wall. It's like, Infinite Warfare, genius.
Genius. Who was that? God damn it, Bob, you get a raise.
You get a raise.
Some guy that's drilling on himself. He's a housekeeper.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the janitor comes by and they're all like trying to brainstorm ideas for a new title and they go like,
how about Infinite Warfare?
It's like, how about Infinite Warfare? You're a genius. Head developer.
You're fired. Tell him nothing. I think this, oh man, linking with the last article, I'm glad you brought that up one back to back. Is this the last hope for the Modern Warfare series, or do you think they're maybe wanting to get another 3 games, another trilogy out of that series?
I think they're going to milk that title until the day we're dead.
I think Call of Duty is going to be milked regardless. But do you want to see Soap alive that bad? You already know exactly what's going to happen.
I do. I want Price and Soap to come back as ghosts like in Star Wars. They're like ghost. They're like ghost. Don't do that. Go through the other door.
Maybe he can be Cortana that's in your head telling you everything that you need to do.
No,
she was so fucking needy in Halo 3. My God. And she disappointed me in Halo 4 and Halo 5. I was disappointed.
I was too. Halo 5 was a big letdown. That's got to be the most lackluster campaign that Halo has ever done.
The story alone, I thought was okay. How it was played out in actual gameplay, I understand that you really can't get to a book, T for T, dot for dot, letter for fucking letter. I
They've
understand
been building, like, since Halo 1 and all the books, they've been building John and Cortana's relationship / friends with benefits type deal going on up for the past fucking 15 years. And this was like a gigantic fuck you to everyone that like followed it and like fell in love with it for that reason alone.
I'm not going to talk about it a whole lot. I don't think we should. The game has been out for a long time. After playing 4, after playing 5, I am not looking forward to the second half of this trilogy. I think they should have stopped it at 3 and continued it with the books. If it got to be a point of fans wanted to see it, make a fucking movie. And if you want to make a movie...
I do, and I want to see John have sex with his AI.
Maybe that might happen. I'm sure it's all out there on some like
fan fiction.
Fan fiction
that I write.
Oh, that you write. Oh, I'm sure some cartoon artist
John
has
caressed her
drawn that
gently.
Well, let's not get into detail here on the podcast. But yes, Halo.
Her blue binary always amazed him.
Halo. Now looking forward to number 6. What about you? Yes
Now,
or no? Yes or no? Don't go into detail. Yes
I
or
am,
no? Okay,
but I do.
Stop,
I'm not
stop doing that.
Hold on.
I fucking hate people like you when you
you,
say,
you do
I'm
it all the
sorry, but...
No,
Come on.
I am and I'm not at the same time. Just because
Okay,
of the whole
so
entire
you're
campaign
neutral. You're neutral on it.
issue that was last time. I mean, Halo 5, the campaign, the story was terrible. It was garbage.
If this is going to be a trilogy and the end of it, as they're saying, I hope they do a damn good job, because that is a very long time and a lot of great content that they just fucking flush down that toilet.
Somehow Cortana, like the aliens that she's embodied now and stuff like that, they make her an actual human body, and her and John fall in love and make love in a pelican floating out to sea.
To see what?
Space.
How about space? To see, did it crash? Are they on Earth? What are they doing?
That's the ultimate ending for that story. Like,
they're back on Earth.
No, she comes back as a human, and like her and John fall in love. That is the ultimate ending. Copyright right now, fucking 343 Industries. You call me in, and I will write this bitch for you, and it'll be beautiful. Like, with tears, you'll get Oscars, Grammys, whatever fucking awards out there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's going to be a Harlequin romance novel.
That big old Spike video game award, because everybody wants that.
No one gives a shit about that award.
Is it a fucking out the air now?
Yeah, it's not even fucking existing.
Go figure.
It's because they try to make it a gigantic dog and pony show. It's like, oh, look, Metallica. It's like, they're not even part of the video game industry. They actually hate the fucking music industry because everyone steals their shit.
Yeah, thanks to Doom. All right, let's talk about some Gigatech news.
Hold on, one more. So, Tony Stark, everyone knows that Civil War is coming out. Tony Stark designed an official Iron Man themed Xbox One, and it looks pretty sweet with an arc reactor built right into it.
Oh, you know what? That is something to stop the Geek and Tech segue. That looks very nice. How much is that?
That is, I have no idea yet. Let me look it through the article because I did not read it. It does not say.
Do we get a release date?
Stark
Tell me something.
reportedly designed it itself, although it might be tough to give it a fictional character. It's told it's pretty spectacular, and unfortunately, it's not one you could buy. Xbox France is giving them only away 3 of them, one through Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. We suspect that you won't have a chance located somewhere in the world.
I wonder if Robert Downey Jr. actually gets one.
He probably does.
It sounds like they made possibly 5 consoles. Microsoft kept
one. They made at least 10. At least 10.
What is the actual number? What do you think it actually is? 30?
I want to say,
50?
Yeah, they probably made, there's got to be a few prototypes out there because they're building it and all that bullshit. So, 30 comfortably. I mean, and then, like, some get given out to, like, high-end officials and stuff like that. And then
kind of like the white Xbox One that came out, how many years ago? 3-4 years ago?
Yeah.
If not
that
more.
No one gives a fuck about now.
Well, of course, because I think the very first bundle was Sunset Overdrive that used a white console, but there were people online, I kid you not, Nate remembers this, paying $10,000 and more for a white console. Granted, they were from the Microsoft employees who only got the consoles at that time, and that money was for charity. So that's all good. I'm fine with that. But for them to fucking soak their consumers more and then throw it out for a $300 bundle, man, they're just fucking doing us, aren't they? Those little fucking pricks.
They love us. But the Geek and Tech news, let's go into that. I have some amazing things about Geeky Tech. Doctors look into the best ways to deal with periods in space.
We have nothing else to do now, do we? We have stopped curing cancer, ladies and gentlemen.
2 doctors have explored female astronauts, I guess, have explored female astronauts' options when they go into space and suppressing their periods in space, especially for long-haul missions. While we already know that it's bad to have flying menstrual flying through the air in a zero-G area, associated with microgravity, but some have not also considered it's a huge hassle. Who'd want to deal with a heavy flow in the middle of a spacewalk? According to Vernish John, nobody. John was one of the 2 doctors that already works closely with NASA and told Atlantic women that I spoke to in short-duration flights, they went up into the shuttle missions, and they chose either to suppress or choose a time for their cycles so they didn't have to menstruate while up in space.
Interesting, okay.
So her colleague, Dr. Virginia Waltring, looked at the feasibility of oral conception IUDs or implants to control periods during space missions that included oral contraceptives, and astronauts already use short missions already because, space fucking is running rampant through the ISS.
No wonder why NASA was shot down, all the space porn that happened.
Menstruation was one of the reasons why it took NASA almost 2 decades after moon landing to put women up in the space shuttle for the first time. For instance, a paper published in the 1960s said it was a bad idea for the type of psychological human that is supposed to be a woman on her period up in a tin can. That was a sexist male type era where women were not looked upon as equals.
50s, 60s, that kind of such.
Yeah.
All jokes aside, I was laughing my head off when you brought up this because, of course, I'm just going to think we talked about sex during the start of the podcast, and, of course, you're going to bring up menstruation, space. How many more innuendos can we fit in here? But all of that aside, periods up in space, I think
that'd be a bitch.
No, that would take 20 years, and it's crazy to think that they install a fucking implant to stop that from happening.
IUDs,
it's a normal fucking bodily function that happens.
IUDs, basically, they're anti-pregnancy type stuff. You know what I mean? And also people that take regular birth control pills also have different periods. I only know this stuff because I have 5 sisters, okay? Not that I research this at all. It's just stuff I've picked up because I was just there. It changes the way your period actually comes. You know what I mean? Like you could have like 1 period, or you could have like 5 in 1 month, depending on what your fucking issue is. You know what I mean? But why are we even talking about this? But anyway.
Oh, just to talk about this.
No, it makes sense, though, because you know how they actually spent millions of dollars on making a pen that can write in space. You know what I mean? Because they couldn't get regular ink pens to work in space because of the zero gravity.
Yeah, they just had to use pencils for, God knows how long.
Yeah, and grease markers.
Yeah, there you go.
So this is like, you don't want to skimp on this, because if you don't, there's going to be a really bad mess in the ISS station.
Could you imagine if the type of suction or whatever it was for the toilet broke and reversed or just stopped working and you see all the shit just slowly...
NASA, we're going on a spacewalk and send a shuttle. We got to burn this bitch down. There's no saving it.
But yes, let's not talk about periods anymore, because I'm sure iTunes will love this podcast.
No, it's science. You know what I mean?
It is science, and that's why I want to leave
science.
it in. Yeah, I want to leave it in just because it is science for that reason.
All right, so everyone knows Harry Potter and stuff like that, but I found some interesting articles on the...
oh, God, what J.K. Rowling selling off now? It was her fart-infested chair.
No, you'll actually like this article. So everyone knows Gregory Goyle, who played one of the henchmen for... in House Slytherin. He was one of the bigger dopey kids that was behind him and fucking picking on Harry Potter and shit.
I'll take your word for it.
All right, so just look at the picture.
Okay.
You remember him?
No, but okay.
No. All right, so he is now a MMA fighter.
Okay, well, I'm sure he got tired of being teased.
Look at that bastard.
I'm sure he got tired of being teased. I think that's exactly what it did it to him.
So growing up, Draco Malfoy, idiot cronies, this guy is now 28 years old, and he's an MMA fighter, and mostly just the summary little shit of Harry Potter movies. Josh had his first fight just a few days ago and won, presumably through the use of magic or a Christianity spell.
Oh, no. The puns have started.
Yes.
I want to see these memes so bad right now. That's fucking great.
Leg a kiss, break a kiss.
He's not 1-0. Okay.
Armbarkus, Buckavis.
It's fucking horrible.
But yeah, can't believe this kid has turned into like this muscle-bound MMA fighter. I would have never expected that.
Never have either. I never thought that I would get into as much as I did. And also at the same time, it is so crazy to think that we see child actors and who they are and what they become, but we only really...
That's a positive thing.
Exactly. We'll hear about the bad ones, what happens years later down the road after they have not in the spotlight for 10 years. This is something positive. He's in the spotlight now again, but I don't know. Maybe he went down that dark path with all those tattoos and shit.
I wonder if
I don't know.
His entrance music is like the Hogwarts music.
I don't think he would do that to himself. He would open himself to ridicule.
He comes out to the ring in his Slytherin cloak.
He would be open himself to ridicule and more punishment. I don't think he wants that attention.
It'd be so awesome.
Maybe his last fight
his
or something. His
finishing move is like the breaking wand.
I don't know if you've ever seen mixed martial arts in competition, like UFC or something. I don't think they have finishing moves. Maybe signature moves. But
broke a kiss, neck a kiss.
God.
Come on, don't dash my hopes and dreams. I want to see this wizard MMA fighting.
You know the tooth fairy's not real, right?
Shut up. I've been putting people's teeth under my pillows for her to come in, and then I'll be there naked. What's up, baby?
Oh, man.
Laying on people's teeth.
I really hate to see it around Christmas time with Santa Claus.
Yeah, he's like, dude.
I'm not saying it in a sexual way. I'm just saying that he's not real.
Now you just kill. Like, there's probably children that listen to this. They're like,
well, you know what? If there's children that listen to this podcast and this is their first podcast, they have learned a lot. They know what suicide is.
They know what periods are.
They know what periods are. Yeah, so you know what? Welcome.
Welcome to the EGS Productions podcast.
Welcome to our weekly podcast
where we bring
that comes
up
out
obscurity, crazy ass shit that you don't want to hear,
but that you need to know.
Yep.
The things that we tell you would not put food on your plate.
This is going with this whole Harry Potter motif. You know how owls and stuff like that, and they have their owlry and stuff like that.
Tell me what you're going to tell me about owls for our last article.
So, there's a picture of an owl using a mushroom as an umbrella in the rain. It's really cute. And I go like, man, I want a pet owl. So I was going online, and my hopes were dashed instantly.
It's illegal, right?
It's illegal in the United States to own a owl or even have one. You can have them if you are licensed and you are a rehab center for owls or injured owls. But you cannot have them as a pet. And I was so fucking pissed because I was looking at cute little owls that are like little dwarf owls. And I was like, I want you. I'm going to call you like something cool. Like,
I'm going to put you on the raid and little mushrooms are going to be on your head.
I'm
going to fucking die.
I'm going to give you a mushroom cave.
Mushroom cave.
I'm going to call you my little buddy.
Yeah, man, it's illegal. Sorry to pop another bubble in your life.
I could have died happy. I was like, fuck finding a female or like dating ever. It's like, I just have my little owl, my little flying squirrel. Dude, I'd have the coolest house ever.
It would be an interesting house. Only one having an owl. Yeah, I'm sure there are people out there that do have owls.
Step into my owlery.
This big trophy room, just nothing but owls, and then you have another room that's just packed full of squirrels. Just cages everywhere.
No cages.
Be a fucking hoarder.
No boundaries.
God,
the owls take a shower with me.
They will eat you in your sleep.
Not these little guys. They're like cute, dude. They're like the size of your palm. It's like, you're so cute.
Yeah, you'll wake up, fucking half your eyeball's gonna be gone, and your body's gonna be eaten apart by all the little squirrels that are running around the place.
Actually, you need an owl. It'll take care of your mice problem.
Yes, because I'm going to rent a fucking owl at the rental store down the road.
You walk in.
Excuse me, have you owls for rent?
Walks in, it's like, well, got rid of my mouse problem. You got like scars all over your face and shit.
Got rid of my mouse problem. Got evicted. That's what's going to happen if I get an owl.
What's wrong with owls, dude? They're awesome.
All right.
They always illegalize like the cutest animals ever.
All right. Movie and TV news.
Movie and TV news.
Illegal too, Nate.
Animals.
Damn it,
I
cocaine.
I meant animals, damn it. I gotta pull up this article real quick. Here we go.
All right, so I told you I'll be bringing out some Will Ferrell news, and guess what? Yes, we talked about him last week about Here Comes Daddy Again or something with Mark Wahlberg. Now, this movie that he was going to be in is not going to be happening. It was called Reagan. Might still be. Something surrounding, of course, Ronald Reagan and his struggle with dementia. And the former president's family and supporters have expressed strong disapproval, and Will has pulled out of the film entirely.
So Will Ferrell was supposed to play Ronald Reagan.
Yes, saying that a struggle with dementia is nothing to be comedic about, nothing funny. I can see, yes, I think it was a good move. I honestly do. Maybe we need a no-name actor that we don't know him for anything to play.
Nothing
Ronald
comical,
Reagan.
You know what I mean? Like, everyone thinks Will Ferrell as comedy, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't think it would have been a smart casting move to begin with in the first place. Like, let alone his comedic side aside, you know what I mean? Just the body of work that he's done. I don't know who even thought of that fucking match. He looks nothing like Ronald Reagan.
Maybe I can see a little bit of work being done in the special effects room and in the hair room. As far as that, I can't see him playing out the personality. Maybe the more bubbly side of Ronald Reagan from the pictures and videos and everything that I saw.
Mr. Albatross, tear down this wall. Reagan smash. Reagan smash.
It's horrible. You guys struggle with dementia.
Reagan sleepy.
God. All right, my last article for movie and TV news. If you guys are big fans of Star Wars, Nate sure is. I discussed this with him before we started the podcast. Episode 8 director has posted 2 screenshots of the actual set of Star Wars Episode 8.
J.J. Abrams did the same thing. You know what I mean? Like when the Millennium Falcon set was completed and the X-Wing set was completed as well. So he's not done anything crazy more than what J.J. Abrams did in the post-in or the pre-production stages. So, I mean, that's okay, but I really hope he just doesn't fuck it up.
They show Mark Hamill in the casket. Oh my God! Would that just fucking irate everybody?
Speaking,
it will actually work out very well, or it'll work out fucking horrible.
Speaking of Mark Hamill, they showed a interview with him wearing the sweater.
I saw that article
25 years ago.
I think it was 30.
30 years ago, and they just showed an interview with him. About like 2-3 weeks ago,
something like that.
And he's wearing the same fucking sweater. Granted, the sweater's been stretched out to ridiculous proportions because he got fat, but still, like, it's ridiculous that he held on to that fucking sweater for that long.
And I do believe over the course of that year, it was only 4 interviews that he wore that. But between, of course, those interviews, it's probably, what do you think, 10-year span between each?
You couldn't afford another sweater?
Well,
maybe it was a special sweater. Maybe George Lucas gave it to him.
After episodes 4, 5, and
George
6
loves his sweaters.
It all went to Jar Jar, and that kind of a clan fan interaction that brought into the Star Wars franchise.
Jar Jar Binks got all your sweater money. Betcha.
We may be seeing some kind of Jar Jar Binks Easter eggs in one of these next 2
If
movies.
that happens, I quit. I give up on Star Wars. I'm burning everything I own.
You're going to become your mother. You're being really religious. Throw the Bible at everybody that speaks of Star Wars. You shall burn!
You shall burn!
Oh,
one of them
man.
crazy guys at Comic-Cons holding up fucking, like, repent signs.
Repent Star Wars.
No, if that happens at Comic-Con this year, I'm definitely going out there and kneel before Zod.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm going to mess with those guys so bad. It's like, where in the Bible does it say you can hate Star Wars? Tell me now! I gave up with a religious family. I know the Bible backwards and forwards.
You know what? If you do that, we'll have the camera all ready.
Yep, Geek on the Street takes down religious zealots.
I can see the hits going up from now, and I think we'll get a lot of good positive reaction and a lot of good hatred from every religion out there. It really depends. But you know what? We're going to Comic-Con this year. If you guys have not listened to any of our past podcasts, we will be there May 13th, 14th, and 15th, correct?
Correct.
Motor City Comic-Con in Novi. I forgot the name of the convention.
Suburban Collection Show Place.
There you go.
Be prepared. It's going to be awesome.
Nate has taken the reins. He has a lot of room in them shoes to fill after I was in charge last year and got 22 interviews and did all the editing, mind you.
I hate to break it to you, but you filled my shoes from the previous years because I got us into the convention in the first place.
What? Yes, you have.
That's right. Everyone doesn't think about behind the scenes where he does millions of emails dealing with bullshit. But no, let's all bow down to Steve. Let's bow down to everyone else but Nate, who actually fucking loses sleep every night emailing these fucking people.
I'm desperate.
Give me an interview, please.
I won't do anything. I don't think you know what I mean by anything, but I will do it.
I will stand in your house in a trench coat.
I will let you pee on me. Oh, no.
Are you about a size 13?
That's no.
No. The thing is, it's like no one's shoes needs to be filled here because the thing
No,
is,
it honestly doesn't.
you can have the
fun.
most laid fucking plans in the world and have everything stretched out to the nines. And there's no fucking guarantees at Comic-Con, boys and girls. None.
Yeah.
Unless you have got some serious money and you're greasing some palms.
May possibly be it, but usually we do fairly decent.
Steve, I need to borrow your
pure-
credit card. I get grease some palms.
Yeah. Are we going to put another 10 grand on the EGS Productions expense?
Yep.
Good luck with your credit, buddy.
See that, buddy?
Yep, you're going to do that
No.
and not tell me. The feds will knock on my door in a couple weeks.
Yes, everyone does. There's
Some guy holding a baseball bat's going to be waiting for my car.
What you boys and girls don't know is that
You bust your fucking ass even before
Yes.
those interviews are even thought of
you
being
guys
conducted.
get to enjoy us interviewing people that you like and stuff like that. But what you don't understand is all the work that goes into before you even get there. You have to first secure the interview. Then you have to, even if you secure the interview, it could change on a moment's notice, which it has on us several times. You can get there. You have to remember everything about them. You have to do everything correctly. You have to pronounce their name correctly, or they get very upset about that.
They learned his lesson last year.
It was an accident.
Zach
Gilligan.
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 God.
From Gilligan's Island.
Yep.
No, there's a lot of work that goes involved in everything. I mean, just to get you guys not even 3 to 4 minute video of us interviewing them. So the thing is, as long as the collective whole serves the company, that's all I care about. That's all I care about.
Speaking of which, the collective soul that likes to think he runs the company, Mr. Leo, texted me.
Yeah,
today.
I know he did too, and he's starting to. I'm gonna punch him in his fucking butt.
Leo wants to go to the film festival that we have here.
Yes, and I've already talked to the lady, and she said no. So the thing is, you just don't get into certain places. You know what I mean?
You don't make something and you have a few videos on YouTube or a few podcasts under your belt and just say, I want to go to San Diego.
Yeah.
That does not happen.
No. We've been trying to get in San Diego for years, and
Have we? Have we even put in for it? I don't think we have.
I have been looking at the requirements for years, and what people don't know is that I try to shape us in, you guys hate me for it, but because I come off as a dick, but still, I try to shape us in a way so we can meet those requirements in a certain way or shape or form. Because San Diego Comic-Con, there's certain requirements to meet for media, and certain other major cons out there, you have to meet certain requirements. We do not. We fall short a little bit on those requirements just because of our size, and we don't have the time or the money to fly all over God's creation and get we got to have this major con underneath our belt, major con underneath our belt, in order to be considered for San Diego Comic-Con.
It's a long, lengthy process, at least for us.
Plus, you have to have a sponsor.
I'm sure other people will be very, very quick on getting in San Diego Comic-Con. Even a nobody. You know what? It could be hit or miss with a lot of these things, too.
True. So it's
be prepared.
Be prepared.
Disappointment will happen.
Bring knee pads. You're gonna need them.
Use a rug burn. It's gonna happen.
So Netflix news. I have some Netflix news. Here's some crazy ass petitions that are out there in the world as we speak for petitions on Netflix. So lately, we have heard that Netflix they want to make a new slogan for Netflix. It's called "Make Netflix and Chill an Official Category."
Really?
Yes, there's a petition for that.
Oh,
There's
boy.
13 supporters officially for that one. Pick up Hannibal so we don't have to eat you. Hannibal is just a pure entertainment and also educational. Supporters, 741 of them. Making King of Queens series available on Netflix. There's 443 supporters of that.
Okay.
Revive Futurama. Again, there's 18 supporters of that. Unsolved Mysteries. I've talked about this show before, and it's really spooky and creepy and weird. And
for its time, it is.
Yes, and there's 280 supporters of that. Fraser Crane, the character, actually got his start in Cheers as a psychologist, and then they actually eventually broke that off and branched it off into Frasier, the show that we all know with... I can't remember his fucking actor's name, but
the origin stories of Frasier.
Yeah, basically, it's like, maybe I hear the blues are calling, tossed salad and scrambled eggs. Yeah.
They're calling again. I fucking hate that.
But baby, I seem a bit confused, but baby, I got you pegged.
It makes no fucking sense.
But I don't know what to do with those tossed salad and scrambled
Shut up.
eggs.
I'll mute your fucking
They're coming
mic.
again.
More on Netflix news.
I'm not done yet. There's still more
Jesus.
petitions. Be the Movie on Netflix. There's 18 supporters of that. Get Andy Warren on Fuller House. 7 supporters of that. Revive Chuck. 755 supporters of that. Glitter Force removed from Netflix. There's 17 supporters of that.
They were removed from Netflix support?
Yep.
Wow.
Evil is Coming, Bringing Protection. Scary Movie 5 is going to be on Netflix. 28 supporters of that. Let Jack Angel reprise his role of the voice of King Zarkon from Voltron Reboot. 16 supporters of that. Making a Murderer, because your glorious endeavor is to create a series, remove Making a Murderer. There's 861 supporters of that. A Person of Interest, Save It, Bring It Back, 32,000 supporters of that.
Wow.
Yes. Get More Anime, 90 supporters of that. I'm one of those.
I'll be. You know what? I'll support that. Why not?
Yep. Create a Star Wars series starring Darth Maul, 782 supporters of that. And cancel the VeggieTales in the House series. It's a very religious Christian show about vegetables and supporting God. There's 6 supporters of that.
6 lowly supporters.
It'd be funny if it was 666 supporters of that.
Oh.
A dark omen.
All right, well, while we're talking about Netflix, let's talk about the movie that we saw for last week's
Moments in EGS Productions Cinema History.
It was called Unforgiven.
Unforgiven.
It had 3, in my mind, fantastic actors. And they had fantastic, in my mind, I think, performances in this movie.
Yes, they did.
I think all 3 of them were right at their prime when they were in this movie. At the same time, give or less, what, a few movies, maybe a few years.
No, give or take. They're still granted, today everyone could still think that they're still in their prime. Like Morgan Freeman, at least, because he never ages. He's the same no matter what. Have you seen his high school photo? He looks the same today.
Does he?
Yeah.
He has salt and pepper hair.
Yeah. So, oh God. So,
it was a 2-hour movie. It was a long movie. It was.
Yep.
It was worth it.
Unforgiven. It was a 2-hour and 10-minute movie, 1992, R-rated. It has almost 5 stars, pretty much. Gunslinger William Mooney reluctantly takes one last job, even more reluctantly accepts a boastful young man as his partner. Honestly, I believe the movie was great. It reminded me of the days of me and my old man watching Westerns together, because my old man only has 2 types of movies. Westerns and action films. That's it. He doesn't like anything else. Except for lately, my sister got him into Pitch Perfect.
And he likes Tigers games.
Yes,
Detroit
games.
Tigers.
Yep, that's all he watches. He hates everything else.
He hates life.
Literally does. He hates
He
it.
lives for that.
Fuck this shit. I'm going outside to smoke.
Oh my God. Clint Eastwood, Gene Hackman, and Morgan Freeman.
Yes.
3 fantastic actors, and I thought they were really good. They played very well. Gene Hackman's character, it troubled me a little bit, thinking that maybe he did step a little too far when he was in a specific scene with Morgan Freeman. At that time, the video or the movie was actually
whipping
shot.
Scene.
Yes. I think it was a little too far for that.
For the time, yes. Because we didn't have 12 Years a Slave. We didn't have. But the thing is, before then, they had Glory with Denzel Washington and Matthew Broderick.
I've never seen it.
And there was a gigantic whipping scene in that as well.
Okay.
So, granted, that's not anything new, but it was weird to see Morgan Freeman getting whipped. That was
by Gene Hackman.
By Gene Hackman. That was a little weird. But I wonder if they meet up today and go like, hey, remember when I whipped you?
The thing I had thinking in my mind is, do you think Gene Hackman said, hey, I really don't want to do this scene, but it's for the movie, to Morgan Freeman, like before it happened or sometime before?
Well, they had to read the script and realize, oh, this is what
exactly.
I'm
But do you think he actually apologized for it before or even after the fact of that scene? Because if I was Gene Hackman, my conscience, I would feel very uncomfortable to where I wouldn't even do it.
They're not actually whipping. It's all fake.
I understand, but people also misconstrued, especially these days, the media about all of that.
We got to think, back in 1992, we didn't have the vast social media internet craze that we have now. They did have internet, but not to the extent we have now, where everything's instantaneous. I gotta say, the movie was great. The prostitute stuff was kind of weird.
Yeah. To be expected.
Morgan Freeman got laid by some prostitutes. You got a free one.
Well, he got a free one.
You got a couple free ones.
I think he got beat up quite a bit in that movie too.
At least he got laid before he died.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
spoiler,
he died. So at least he got laid. Yes, at the end.
Those are some vindictive prostitutes, dude. Some very evil ones.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Don't ever pissed off like prostitutes back in the day, dude. They'll like kill you.
Maybe they had a prostitute gang of some kind back
I
then.
felt sorry for the one kid. You know what I mean? The two cowboys. Like, all right, so the whole entire scene is basically, all right, so two cowboys are in a prostitute whorehouse and they're getting laid, and then one laughs at the other one's tiny pecker. He gets offended and he starts to assault the prostitute with a knife, basically cutting up her face and stuff. And the other cowboy comes in and like the other cowboy like forces him to hold her. And the kid he seemed really apologetic, and he like tried to give the one prostitute like a horse for herself, and tried to like was really upset about it.
Yeah, just rode up into town.
Yeah,
and she's standing there on the deck of the store, just covered and riddled of scars.
Yeah, and all the other prostitutes weren't hearing it, like they wanted their blood, and I actually felt bad for that one guy. I felt kind of bad for him, but the other guy, he deserved everything he got. He got shot on the shitter.
They're both in the whorehouse, man. Can't feel bad for that.
But that's the day. That's different time period.
I understand.
Different time period. That was normal everyday
occurrence.
occurrence.
As the mentality of today, but
I mean, I kind of felt bad for the kid a little bit because he got thrown into a situation where he wasn't really there for that. You know what I mean? Granted, the other guy wasn't expecting to get his pecker laughed at by a prostitute that he's paying, but still.
That's a great way of putting it. That he's paying. Hey, here's another 5 cents. Don't laugh.
But I did the cool speech where. Clint Eastwood got shot, and he's he basically threatens shoots like 5 people. Doesn't get hit once except for one time. He goes like, "If I see any of you cutting up any more prostitutes, I'll come back and kill you all."
It's great. That's at the end of the movie. Awesome scene. And there's something about Clint Eastwood that I never really have understood since the early 80s. He has always looked old to me.
Yes,
I don't know what it is. He was rolling around in the pig pen.
But that's what his claim to fame was. You know what I mean? But the same thing can be said with Tommy Lee Jones. Tommy Lee Jones looked fugly as hell when he was a young actor, but when he aged well. Like, it actually helped him. You know what I mean? Because he got better looking.
Another good thing about, I'm just going to say Clint Eastwood, it seems like every time he talks in this movie, it's a good one-liner. It's good speech. Same with Gene Hackman and Morgan Freeman. Don't get me wrong. All 3 actors, I think, were in really good prime acting condition when they spoke. But I love Clint Eastwood more for just how he spoke, and you can just tell that's how the old Western movies kind of were. Mm-hmm. It was just, just got down to it, just really soft monotone. But hey, I'll fucking kill you.
It was a man. Like that,
there we go from last week.
That's how man,
a fucking man.
That's
used
how
to be.
man did it. You know what I mean? They didn't fucking talk like the kid. The kid talked all flashy and smart off and shit like that. Clint Eastwood only said 1 or 2 things, and then actions. Actions speak louder than words. That's what a real man does.
And that's why I love Clint Eastwood for to this day. In the most recent movie that I still love him in, not for what happened and what went on in the movie, but Gran Torino.
Yes.
When
that movie was awesome.
When the Asian girl, right? Korean,
yes.
Korean girl was getting grabbed at by a couple teenagers when the Korean girl's boyfriend got pushed off by the other teenagers. He's just pulling up in his old truck, beat up old truck. You can tell just a beat up old man just lost his wife, has nothing to fucking lose, right? He has a dog and he drinks PBR all day long.
And smokes filterless cigarettes.
Yes. It's fucking great.
Always a man.
Always coughing up blood. But his one-liner in that movie was so simple, like how they were in Unforgiven. You come across that guy who you shouldn't have fucked with. Well, that guy's me. How old was he when he directed and starred in that movie?
He's got to be in his 80s. 70s, 80s.
That man is fucking awesome. I want to be that age. I want to say that shit and be able to get away with it. I don't want like the other 3 punks to beat my ass.
I want, like, if I could, Clint Eastwood would be my grandpappy.
He would be an excellent grandpa. I think he would be a great grandparent. I think that would be a really cool grandparent to have around all the time.
His son has got to be the luckiest kid on the fucking planet.
His son, this is going to sound weird, but I've seen pictures of his son. And he has done a lot of
acting,
and he's done a lot of shirtless photos. Mm-hmm. And he looks really fucking good. It's fucking weird. But no, just look at him. him compared to his father, he smoked cigars. They were both in
Are you trying to tell me something, Steven?
No, I'm
You have
not.
the hots for Clint Eastwood's son?
No, I don't.
He looks so good with his shirts off.
Hey, I'm just saying.
I have a poster over my bed.
I have a girlfriend. I love her very much. But I'm saying that man,
Whatever.
that man is fucking attractive.
Suspicion.
Okay. How did Clint Eastwood look to you back in the day? Do you think that he was a guy that would be considered, good looking, fit, and athletic for really not...
It wasn't really fit. It was just that he was... It's just
The guy was hardly overweight.
No, he wasn't. But the thing is, like, he had true grit. You know what I mean? Like, on and off the screen.
Was he in True Grit? No.
No.
Okay.
But I was just using the turn of phrase. But still, like, that's what a real man looked like. You know what I mean? Back in the day. Like they a long time ago, there was all the greatest, like, manly actors of, like, the 40s, 50s, and 60s. Like, John Wayne, Clint Eastwood. Just, like, the list goes on and on. But then, like, right next to it, they had a bunch of guys that were, like... metrosexual. It's like, what the fuck happened to men from there and men now? You know what I mean?
Makes total sense, though.
It's true. It's like Granite. It's like, ask Steve. He had a pompadour and fucking, what happened to men, Steve?
He had a pompadour. You're not a man. Give me your man card.
No, you got it back. You got rid of the silly hair.
Silly haircut. Oh, man. This has come from the guy that likes to interview celebrities at Comic-Con with a mohawk.
What's wrong with the mohawk?
Talking about Mr. Professional over there. I looked fucking nice when my hair wasn't severely overgelled. Thank you.
Yeah, and your glued mustache.
Make it sound like I'm Steven Seagal
Hold
now.
up.
Okay.
We got to stop for 2 minutes. I got to put more wax on my mustache.
Fuck you. I only did that a few times. It looked good for the fucking interview.
Yeah, see, I'm interviewing you.
Yeah, I'm going to get a monocle for this year.
I mean, the Monopoly guy.
Be the fucking peanut, man. That's not gonna be. All right, let's talk about what we think of it. Out of 5 stars, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst, what would you give it?
I give it a solid 4.5.
I'm going to give it a 5. I'm going to go out there and say that it is a plus. I love, love, love this movie.
It's not the greatest Western I've ever seen.
It's a early 90s Western,
Yes.
and you really don't see many good Westerns.
Well, they still did Westerns up until, like, the early 2000s, but nowadays, you don't see a Western
No.
unless it's a complete remake of something else. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, sorry to burst your bubble out there for people. Yeah, True Grit, the
Remake.
most recent one.
original John Wayne.
Yeah, think about that.
Yep.
310
Yuma, original John Wayne. And
Yep.
all the
Research.
all the new ones, except for Diablo. Diablo, the new one that's coming out with Clint Eastwood's son, that is not a remake. That is a complete redo, like from scratch.
Have not seen anything on it. Is Clint Eastwood directing?
I do not know.
That'd be
I have
kinda
not researched
weird
that.
being bossed around by your dad and that kind of.
You're doing it wrong.
He smokes a cigar.
He smokes a cigar. I'm gonna smack your ass faster than a poo-poo platter. Make my day, punk.
All right, you give it a 4.5. I give it a 5. Let's move on to now this week, which is my week to pick. Oh boy, where do I start with this one, Nate?
You better pick something good, because if you give me another fucking, like, The Beautiful Mind with a stroking lady, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Stroking lady.
I give you...
You
I give
are such a dick,
I give you
sir.
Cinema Gold, and you give me, like, the...
You cried during my beautiful broken mind, and you
I
say the
did.
stroke lady.
But then you, like, gave me shit, like, a couple weeks before.
The
It's
week-
like,
the
it's
2
like,
weeks
oh,
after.
it's like singing to the friend of the... That destroyed my day. Well, that movie destroyed my day.
Steven Seagal, a good man.
Uh,
Diarrhea, -2. This is going to be called Hush.
Hush.
That's right. You have not seen this. Don't bother looking on your phone. This is a brand new horror thriller, 2016 release.
Oh, God.
1 hour and 21 minutes. And here is the spec on it.
And it's got to have someone with a deaf writer. What the fuck? She can't hear them coming, Steven.
It's a great horror movie. Got great potential thus far, doesn't it?
You hugged the freaking Beautiful Mind thing so close.
Oh.
God damn it.
Did you even go through the pictures and see what the actual horror mask looks like? Or the thief or the killer?
It
that
is
it's supposed
literally
to be?
the face from Repo Men, the genetic opera, where they cut off his own face and re-put it back on his face.
It looks fucking stupid.
A deaf writer who retreats into the woods to live with a solitary life
Oh, because she gets so messed up with the hustle and bustle of the city streets because she's deaf. Must fight for her life in silence when a masked killer appears in the window. In silence, huh? Oh, great. I can't wait for the background noise.
What angle are we going to get of this movie? Are we going to get the angle of no audio during the whole movie?
It's a silence. It's a silent film.
It's a silent film. Oh my god.
She sign languages her terror.
God.
I'm not making fun of deaf people, but I'm just
How's she call 911? Let's be honest. How does she do this?
Braille.
Braille. Yes, because she has an old radio Braille machine in her house.
Keep this in mind, boys and girls. I'm not making fun of deaf people.
Neither am I.
At all. I'm just making fun of this fucking retarded premise of this movie.
It does sound bad on paper. It sounds really fucking horrible.
She retreats in the woods to solitary life because she's just so slammed with the noise and hustle and bustle of the city. You know,
it sounds bad going through it, especially you saying that. But maybe at some point it sounded good on paper, kind of like the movie Phone Booth.
That movie was stupid. Like
Okay.
it was cool at first,
Sure.
but then like you realize what's going on. It's like, this is dumb. It's just like
Do
the
I have
fucking
to wait here for
Village.
another 70 minutes?
It's just like The Village. It's like where it's like, oh, these monsters, it's so scary. And then you realize like, this is modern day. What the fuck is wrong with these people?
I know. That was a little much. With the twist. Wes Craven.
With the
Fucking
twist.
dick. So there you go, you guys. Hush. Go ahead and watch it. Enjoy it. If you want to write in, tell us what you thought of the dumpster fire, which is probably going to be EGSProductions@hotmail.com. But that is going to be it for another week's podcast. EGS Productions Podcast 202. Nate, where can they find all of our lovely gaming content? You're laughing at me.
You can find all of our lovely content at everydaygaming.society.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Everyday Gaming Society. We also have a Twitch account for Steven. Steve is at Angry Steve Scotland. You can find out his lovely videos. What?
Grr.
Angry.
Grr. I'm angry. Listen to me talk about games.
And you can find Mike at Mike Donaldson89. You can also find me at Church_0811. You can also find Leo at Nasty Civic.
Civic.
Dash Civic.
That's right. You got to get the dash in there.
Gotta put the dash in there because you have to put nasty and civic in the same sentence.
No, I think that's actually an old PlayStation Network account back in the PS3 days. I think so.
All I know is that Leo hasn't been out here and he's starting to anger me.
And now he wants film festival tickets.
Yeah.
Well, Leo, maybe you should show up and talk to us for a while.
Yeah.
Be a friend.
Maybe you should show up once in a while to work, asshole.
To work. We need new employees.
We have terrible employees. They show up whenever they want and do whatever they want.
And they're usually drunk. They pee everywhere. They throw beer.
Either drunk or they want money. It sounds like we have children that are bad.
Mike comes over. He's always hammered. Leo comes over. I own 30% now. Shut up. Go home.
You own nothing.
No wonder why he never comes over. And anyway, yes, we're on Wednesday now.
We haven't done the schedule yet. So we also have a podcast, EGS
right.
Productions, which you're listening to right now, is on iTunes, Podomatic, Stitcher Radio, and Podkicker. Under the EGS Productions name, we have a schedule we like to keep to on YouTube, Facebook, and our website. Monday is X1 Mondays with Steve. He just finished the Redux edition of
Metro 23 Redux. I am now on Metro Last Light.
Yes, he's going to be doing that. Expect more. Twitch Tuesdays, so you can find us on all those Twitch days that we just talked about, and we cut down Leo pretty hard. Wednesdays, the podcast, the EGS Productions. Find us on all those lovely podcatchers that we talked about as well. Thursday is Video of the Week. It is back, baby. Nate has crawled out of his slump and realized that he needs human emotion in his world.
God, for weeks on end, I was saying, well, what about Thursday's video of the week? Nothing makes me happy. Well, never mind then.
Nothing has
I'll
made
ask
me
you
happy.
next month. Hopefully something made you
I'm
happy.
going through the motions.
All right.
Friday is Achievement Collect Fridays with yours truly. I am doing Halo Guardians Intel locations. I just got done doing Galast. It'll be up this week. Woohoo! If I ever get home.
Are you so happy to be away from Lego? I have to ask. This is now your second week, half a month into no Lego in your life over the past, 5 years you're doing Lego for? Or so it seems.
Yes, I love this. Oh, Halo TT. Well, God, the programming's hard to control, but still. No, I actually do miss Lego games a little bit. I know, I bitch about it a lot, but still.
One of the very few games that actually use the D-pad.
I know. I actually do miss Lego games a little bit, because they're more... There's something simplistic and fun about them. Even though you hate them to death and just want to stab the creators of TT games in the face.
While you're holding a sharp pair of scissors, mind you.
Yes. But I miss them a little bit. I do. I miss my safe cocoon of Lego. But Halo is fun as well. It's the second best. You know what I mean? I love Halo more than Lego. But
Replaying the story again, some of the campaign missions.
yes, the depressing.
Re-enjoying it, hopefully. Hopefully it's going to bring you more to Halo 6 whenever we're going to hear about that in probably 2 more years.
Yes. So, yeah, I expect that. It's going to be coming out. 6 more fresh, piping hot intels for the glass locations.
A nice hot dump load all over the YouTube accounts.
Yep.
Get ready.
Face, neck, and chest, boys and girls. Be prepared.
With poop. Mallory.
See, I try to make it all about Mallory.
Oh, see, I had to throw it in there right at the end. Bam!
All right,
Kidney
so,
shot.
and Saturday and Sunday is the Holy Sabbath days where me and Steve have lives. Not really, but we have...
we do?
we have lives? I need my fix. Matt sent us more Choco Babies.
Yeah, Nate's going through withdrawals. It's been 2 months.
Speaking of which, we still got to get those biscuits.
Yes, we still have to. We have to. We have a camera here. We have everything. We just haven't done it.
We have to eat biscuits.
Hopefully, within the next year, we'll get to it, Matt. If not, just send us another one.
Yes. Send us like 10 pounds of Choco Babies.
10 pounds. Send us a pallet of chocolate babies from Australia.
Yes, do it.
You're a good friend. Fucking do that for us.
Matt, you do that, I will marry you.
You'll marry him.
Yeah, why not?
All right, Matt.
I'm not finding any play from the women's side. Might as well go with someone that's actually a snappy dresser and actually seems like a nice human being.
So I made all those comments about Clint Eastwood's son, and now you're going after our friend Matt.
I'm just trying to let
I saw first.
Matt's my close second.
And see, now I have to keep in the Clint Eastwood son segue. I was like, man, I want to fucking edit that out somehow. I know I can.
I knew as soon as I brought it up, you're gonna edit it out.
And then as soon as you said
what you
that,
boys and girls don't know is that Steve edits shit out, so he doesn't seem like he's dumb or he's like weird or freaked out at all.
I know I'm weird. I think a lot of people and fans out there know that I am weird. But if you guys ever get a chance to socially interact with me in person, especially, I could be the life of a party, regardless.
Oh, you're the life of the party now, Mr. Toot Your Own Horn.
Fuck you. I gotta stroke my own ego somehow. So it's
stroking it pretty good right now.
So that's going on around
I'm
here.
the life of the party. I'm the most interesting man alive.
Ego's rock hard right now.
I was drinking fucking Dos Equis. Stay thirsty, my friends.
And then soon I'll be like that guy, and I'll be shot up to Mars.
That's
and
what
I'll
you're
find
trying
him.
to model yourself after. The pompadour thing. The Dos Equis guy had somewhat of a pompadour.
He was old and he had a lot of hair. That's all he did. He was old and he still had all of his hair.
You're getting old and you have lots of hair.
See, I'm not somebody that gets offended knowing that I have gray hair at such a young age, because I know you do too.
I do too. That's just because of stress and like tons of cigarette smoking.
I know you got about 150 pounds on me, so you know what? We gotta keep on going here now.
I like to name him. What's up, Gary?
Well, actually, you know what? I can't call you that much overweight because you got that Fitbit on, and
Not anymore. I took it off.
You took it off.
It's a cheat day.
I ate it.
No, my battery was dying, and plus I was working with like highly corrosive solvents today.
Yeah, that would do it. That would eat away
I
at
didn't want
it.
to destroy my Fitbit, but I do have a count of my steps today.
Oh, what'd you get?
I have 11,096 steps.
Pathetic.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Mr. Athletic Man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat a cookie.
How many
now.
steps do you have, Mr. fucking Fitbit?
The most I ever got was 29,000.
Yeah, the most I ever got was about 30-ish.
I want to see proof.
I actually have it saved in my Vitality account if you want to look at it.
Actually, what we should do, maybe we should start something up on the podcast here about weekly Fitbit progress reports and see if we can finish challenges and get somewhat of a wager going. Well, do you want to do step challenges, or do you want to just do some kind of random challenge, or have fans out there think of some kind of random challenge it would have to be in order for us to, I don't know, get one-up each other, if you will. But there has to be some kind of award.
I don't like one-upping each
I don't
other.
like one-upping each other, too, but think about it. It's Fitbit, it's being healthy, it's being active, and we're both bettering our lives at the same time. So this is good.
That's good for you because you're already fucking fit. You're like, Nate, do 20 push-ups. Yeah, that's just easy.
No knees.
My gut hits the ground before I even hit my chest.
No. I meant like 20 push-ups. No, something to do with a counter or something to do with the Fitbit, like how many miles in a day or whatever it may be, how many miles in a week. We can even do that.
How many miles in a week?
7 days, so at least I have Saturday, Sunday to kick your ass.
In a week.
Maybe we can do that. So if you guys want to write in, let us know any kind of social media that Nate just rattled off a few minutes ago. Email us, egsproductions@hotmail.com. With that being said, that is going to be another week. I am Steve.
And I'm Nate.
And we'll talk to everybody next Wednesday.